Ferrari has turned to the courts after emergency talks with Formula One's governing body failed to solve a row over budgets. It's seeking an injunction against plans to cap the amount teams spend next season.
It follows crisis talks with Max Mosley and Bernie Ecclestone at Heathrow today. Geraint Vincent was there.
A hotel at Heathrow's Terminal 5, the setting for Formula One's latest power struggle. All the deal makers were here for another showdown between the people who run the sport and the people who run the cars. An airport hotel isn't the glitziest location for a meeting of some of the biggest names in motor racing, but this is business, and the future of the sport is at stake here. And besides, it's easy to park the private jet. And if you think a private jet's expensive, try running a Formula One team. Ferrari spend a fortune doing it. But cost has already forced one manufacturer to retire from this year's championship. And in a recession, Formula One's bosses want to keep the sport viable by limiting how much the teams can spend. Ferrari don't like that idea, and after the crisis talks, the bosses weren't exactly talking up the chances of a deal. Is Ferrari going to be on the grid next season, Max?
Don't know, because at the moment their latest thing is, while their man was sitting in the meeting, unknown to him, they went to the French courts and they've asked for an injunction to stop us changing the rules. At least that's my understanding. But that will come on next week, and we'll see what comes out of that. But I think it rather embarrassed their representative.
Doesn't sound promising if they're seeking legal action.
Well, it doesn't sound as though they want to agree, does it?
Since Mr Mosley announced his £40 million budget cap last month, threats to drive out of next season have been made by several other teams besides Ferrari. And the clock is ticking. Applications for the 2010 championship close on May the 29th.
The thing with the budget cap is the budget cap approximately is about 4 or 5 times lower than the typical spend of the top teams in Formula One. Now, to be able to scale back to that in one fell swoop, because it's due to be introduced next year, will be extremely difficult.
It's difficult to imagine Formula One without Ferrari. They've been winning championships since the days when steering wheels actually looked like steering wheels. In this latest row, they will walk away rather than lose. Geraint Vincent, News at 10.